Welcome back to another video of Tsunami 67. Today, we're going to be looking at the pros and cons of both astral and physical AoE's. Now, if you don't know, these are the two most popular kinds of AoE's, and today we're going to be taking a look at the pros and cons to see which one is actually better for your use. Now, we're just going to start right away with astral AoE's. So, the first pro we got for Astral is it's reliable. It's never gonna miss on you, and the 100% is the one special thing Astral has that no other element has except neutral. That's one of the Astral's biggest pros here. So these pros are the pros I'm going to talk about next are slightly smaller and kind of disappointing for Astral. Now, the second is Regalaxy. Regalaxy is such a big pet itself that it makes a pro for Astral itself. Now, Regalaxy is like a one-of-kind pet. It has good health, which can make it a tank at some situations. With pet gear, it can have like 900 health, and it makes for a pretty good tank, and also it does great damage with the double AoE's. It's actually insane. So that Galaxy itself makes a pro, and the final pro we got here is that it's widely known. Now you might be thinking, how's that a pro? Isn't that just gonna make more people use it? Well, yes, but also it's easier for you to use it, because I feel like if I don't talk about something, you guys aren't gonna know it. And that is probably true. You guys probably get your information from us Prodigy creators, and the great thing about Astral is it's widely known, so a lot of people are going to be talking about it, and you easily can get information on what pets and wands to use for Astral, and where and when or why to get them. It's not exactly the same with physical. I know I've made a few videos about it, but I've made a lot of videos about Astral too, and I've definitely made more about Astral than physical, so it's widely known that is a great thing for Astral. For cons though, it might make you rethink your decision of using Astral. Now, the first con here is it's generally weaker. Now, this is not the biggest con, and it doesn't affect you that much. Typically, the Astral wands and stuff we have that we use to cast our Astral wands, like pets and stuff, aren't as strong as physical pets. Now, this is not true for all situations, but haven't you noticed that usually the Astral isn't as powerful as the physical? Now, statistic-wise, this isn't true, but it's just one of those things that it just always happens. Like you're gonna see that the Astral AoE's are just gonna be generally weaker, and I don't know why. So the second con though is more disappointing here for us. Now, it's the fact that Astral is not very accessible. Now, Astral is, I know it's good, but it's only good for pros, and like the Prodigy is making it more difficult for anyone to get their Astral wand. Now the only good Astral, this is the only good Astral relic, and now it's gone. It's lost to history. So we're only gonna have Flash these days for a relic, which sucks. And for wands, the only good one really is Crystalline Torch if you're not gonna be using this. So, and the Crystalline Torch already, the equipping level is like 86, so for beginners it's not very accessible. That's just disappointing of Astral. And finally, there's not many good pets that use it. Yes, Regalaxy, but that's Winterfest basically only. And if you're gonna, I don't think anyone's gonna have, well, some people might, but some people might not, but I do. But like, it's just not, the Astral AoE's don't come very easily from the pets. You're gonna have Regalaxy, you're gonna have Tribeak, but he has too little health, and like there's just not many, like if you get what I'm saying, there's just not many good Astral pets. The only Astral pet that I would actually use are Regalaxy and a Luma case. Now, other than those two, I really don't think Tribeak is that good just because of the health, but I would consider it. It's not very good to have only a few pets that have that, and those are all member pets too. You're gonna need magic coins, loads and loads of magic coins to even get those things, which kind of makes it add on to the accessible. If you have them, good for you, but a lot of people don't. Now on to physical, we are going to start with our biggest pro here. Now the biggest pro here is it's super accessible. Anyone can have this. Anyone can have a physical AoE. I don't even care if it's like a trash one like Barrage or something, but there's just so many more wands that have this than Astral AoE's. It's just crazy to see. Like even like if we look at that one's an Astral AoE, which is kind of ironic, but we're not gonna. Okay, I don't actually know which ones have these AoE's, but what I'm saying is there's a lot more physical wands, there's a lot more physical pets also, which makes it a lot easier to use these spells than Astral. For the physical pet side, basically every single pet has a physical spell, and a lot of them have physical AoE's too. Like Ashlet has a physical AoE, Sheratus has a physical AoE, Barbarian has a physical AoE, and I could go on all day, but then you guys would be bored, so I can't. Also, for our final pro here for physical, Whirlwind. That's the straight up pro. Now Whirlwind is one of a kind. Now like if you look at other 5-power AoE's, they're all gonna have a recharge. Whirlwind doesn't, and that's the great thing about physical AoE's. The Whirlwind carries it all. Now, like I'll show you an example. Now Astral, if you want Astral AoE's reliably, you're gonna either have a 4-power with no recharge, which sucks, or you're gonna have to equip Astral Storm and a Crystalline Torch, which I do. Now this is good, but what if you also want something else? With physical, it's good because you can have Whirlwind and have that 5-power, say over and over again. But you can also have a different relic besides the Astral one. You can use the new Rift relics if you want. I'm not Rift relics, the Dragon relics. Those ones are better. You can use a Crunch one while still maintaining that 5-power AoE. And that's Whirlwind. That's why it's good. Now, we're going to move on to the cons of physical AoE. Now, we're going to start with the small one. If you don't have Whirlwind, it's going to be difficult to find you something that's worth using. Now, Whirlwind is good, and I've just talked about it. But if you don't have it, it's difficult. You're going to have to use Tremor. I won't blame you. Tremor is okay, but just the 2 recharge just is not good. You can use Barrage though. You can use the 4-power AoE's, but it's just unreliable. At that point, you can just use Astral Flare. Or you can even use Body Slam, but that has a recharge, which isn't the greatest thing in the world. But that's that. Now, secondly, we're gonna build our way up. There's nothing to really counter. Now, it counters Astral, but that's only a 1.25 times counter. The power bonus is gonna go up by 125%, but it's not a good counter. Like for example, Astral counters Shadow by 150%, and it used to counter physical also by 150%. For a more basic example, Fire counters Ice by 150%, but physical is left out because it can only counter Astral by 125%, which is not good. That's half of the boost that every other spell element gets, which is not good. Now finally, the biggest con of them all is missing. Now this is so terrible here. Like, missing is like the worst thing in the world, especially when it is at a critical time. Missing can ruin it all for you. Maybe the other guy has like 1 health or something, and then you miss on them, and then they use all that attack on you, and then you die. But you get what I'm saying. Missing, it just reduces how good physical AoE's are by like, boom, down to 0. But it's just, like, there's nothing I can even say more about this. I'm pretty sure you know what I'm saying. So, in conclusion, we're gonna wrap this up here, guys. Which one is better? It really depends. Now, you might be annoyed that I'm saying this. You want a straight answer. If you want a straight answer, then I'll just reply with Astral. But it's, for me, I would prefer Astral because I am a person that with not good luck. So I have to count on the reliability of the Astral AoE's. Now, for physical, it's good. And I get that, and I have Whirlwind, and I have a lot of pets with physical AoE's, but I'm preferred to use Astral AoE's because of, well, first of all, my luck is bad, and my identity, because that's basically what I do all day. I use Astral AoE's. Also, pro tip here, guys, the best thing you can do for AoE's is use one of each. Like, not talking about on the wizard, but I'm talking about pets too. Like, if you're gonna use it, use, like, see this Barbarian has a physical AoE, and I would use for Galaxy here to have an Astral AoE too. So you can have one of each for everything. Now, again, it just really depends on what your playing style is for Prodigy. Do you want to risk it all? Do you want to use 6 power body slam? If you want to use that, that's fine, and I don't argue with you. But for a more like routine, I don't know what the word for it is, but like a safer approach, the Astral is definitely the way to go. Now, in the comments below, I want you to tell me what are your pros and cons for the Astral and physical AoE's, because I want to know what you guys think. Now, with that, that's going to be the end of this video, and see you in the next one.